definition for fake news.
May I know
Marami po akong
what
binasa.
proposed legislation are you talking about?
Sir, Representative Ace Barber says that he proposes regulation, a regulatory framework for social media to combat fake news. And therefore, we have to define what fake news is.
Ito na nga, Attorney Trixie Cruz Angeles, pinataob ang mga maiingay na nagbubungangang mga congressman. Pero bago ang lahat, maaari kayong mag-subscribe para maging updated sa mga issue at bagong mga balita. Kahihiyan nga ang inabot ni Romeo Acop matapos siyang sagutin ni Attorney Trixie Cruz Angeles. Ito'y matapos pag-usapan ng mga kumakalat na mga umano'y fake news na labis na ikinaiinis ng ilang mga representatiba. Ani pa ni Attorney Angeles ay wala umanong pakialam ang mga politiko dito, depende na lang kung magpapapekto sila dito. Narito ang buong detalye.
Ay.
Mr. Chair, sasagot daw.
Yes, please.
Hindi po kayang sagutin. Kailangan po natin ng definition ng fake news. Kasi po, merong fake news na time-bound. Totoo ngayon, bukas hindi na totoo. Katulad ni Galileo na nagsabi na heliocentric ang
excuse me, Mr. Chair.
solar system.
Madam, please
Opo.
indulge me. Ano po yung unang statement ninyo?
Baka po, para magkaintindihan, ay i-define po natin kung ano ang fake news.
Okay. Yung sumunod na statement.
Kasi minsan po, ang tinatawag na fake news ay time-bound. Posibleng totoo ngayon, bukas hindi na totoo. Katulad nga po ng heliocentric versus the geocentric solar system. Naparusahan po si Galileo. Pero 600 years later, nag-apologize ang simbahan. Dahil totoo pala siya.
So, what
So-
is the advantage of fake news?
No, sir, we can only answer that question if we define what fake news is.
And may I know, from your background, how would you define fake news?
Sir, that's one of my problems with the proposed legislation, is that it is very difficult to pin down a definition for fake news.
May I know,
Marami
may I
po
know
akong
what
binasa.
proposed legislation are you talking about?
Sir, Representative Ace Barber says that he proposes regulation, a regulatory framework for social media to combat fake news. And therefore, we have to define what fake news is.
So in other words, as far as this representation is concerned, wala pa akong nababasa na proposal because the proposed bill regarding fake news will come out after this hearing.
Yes, sir, but you're already asking us questions on fake news.
Yes, kaya nga, kasi that is why we're holding this para magkaroon po kami ng clearer understanding kung bakit, ano ang fake news, ano yung ill effects ng fake news, ano ang advantages. That's why I'm asking, ano ba ang advantage ng fake news? Para we can balance it.
Sir, like I said, if we can have a working definition of what you call fake news, for instance, is clickbait first fake news, fake yung headline pero nasa body naman yung katotohanan. What about sarcasm, sir? Kasama po ba siya sa fake news? Paano kung jokes? Fake news din po ba yun? Gusto ko lang malaman para alam ko kung paparusahan niyo po kami, alam namin kung ano yung ginawa naming mali.
Wala pang mali kasi wala pa kayong binaviolate na ba except yung cybercrime law. Di po ba?
Opo.
And the other criminal laws which are controlling insofar as this issue is concerned. Di po ba?
Andiyan na rin po ako, pero para naiintindihan ko po na ito ay inquiry in aid of legislation. At pinuntirya na po ng mga kinatawan dito na may problema tayo sa fake news dahil nakakapanira. Pero sir, we're pointing out a wrong, but we don't know yet how we're going to define the wrong. And it is a basic tenet sa atin sa Ligang Batas na bahagi po ng bago maggawa ng regulasyon ay may notice tayo kung ano yung masama. Gayun din po sa ating pagdidiskurso dito, kasama po dapat ang isang working definition. Ano po ba ang tinatawag natin na fake news? Baka kailangan din po ng diskurso doon.
When we come up with the proposed bill, there will be a definition of terms, as always. So
Maraming
fake
salamat
news
po.
there will be defined.
Maraming salamat po.
Yes, that's the protocol of this legislative body. Whenever we come up with bills, we have a portion of that bill which define the terms embodied in the proposed bill. So nandun, i-define namin. Don't you worry.
Salamat po.
Yes, because if ever there will be a proposed bill, it will still undergo technical working group, and maybe most of you would still be invited. So your opinions on the matter will be known by the legislators. So magkakaroon po ng definition. Would that allay your fears, Madam Angeles?
Yes, sir. Pero sana, ano lang po, ang request lang po, naiintindihan ko po na nagagalit kayo dun sa ibang napopost ng mga kasamahan ko.
Hindi po ako nagagalit, Madam Angeles. Kasi ang nagsasabi lang sa akin, yung mga anak ko, kung binabanatan po ako. Sila po ang mahilig magbasa. Ako, I'm too old already to read all those things.
Naiintindihan ko po, sir. Pasensya na po kasi bahagi rin po ng pagde-develop ng ating komunikasyon, ating bagong teknolohiya na tinatawag nating social media, pati po yung values nagde-develop din. Sana naiintindihan din po ninyo na bahagi din po ito ng kahit anong pagbabagong nangyayari. So,
Yeah, pero kung yung means na pagbabago ay labag po sa batas, tama po ba yun? Attorney?
Sir po, pakiulit po.
Kung yung pagbabago na sinasabi po ninyo, kasama sa pagbabago, ay kung labag naman po sa batas.
Kasama po sa batas?
Hindi,
O
labag po sa batas. At
Sir,
nakakasama doon sa mga citizens ng country na ito. Tama
Sir,
po ba yun?
Sir, maliwanag naman po pag may paglalabag sa batas na kailangan itong parusahan.
Sa tingin po
Pero,
ninyo, sa experience po nyo, kayo po ang kasama dyan sa business na yan, wala po bang paglalabag sa batas na nangyayari ngayon?
Wala po naman din akong sinasabi na walang paglalabag.
Hindi, tinatanong ko nga po kayo. Hindi ko naman sinasabi na sinabi ninyo eh. Binabato mo sa akin yung katanungan ko eh. Kayo po ang nagpa-practice nito.
Sir,
Nababasa po ninyo yung mga blogs ng iba. Wala po ba, sa tingin ninyo, wala pong paglalabag sa batas?
Sir, kung sa fake news,
Hindi, sagutin niyo
iba-iba
po
pong
muna
level.
yung tanong ko.
Sir, may mga nakikita ko, yung iba ay libel, mayroon pong iba na dahil hindi po nila naiintindihan, mayroon posibleng mga unlawful utterances. Pero covered nga po siya ng batas. Pero ang pagkaintindi ko po sa diskurso natin ngayong araw na ito ay yung posibilidad na gawan natin ng batas ang tinatawag ninyong fake news.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
That
May
is the purpose
nakikita
of this
ako.
hearing also.
Yes, sir. Mayroon din naman po ng paglalabag. Pero dahil hindi pa po batas ang fake news, hindi siya paglalabag sa batas. Gayon pa man, naiintindihan ko, mayroong nasasaktan, mayroong nadadamage. At yun po dapat yata ang pinupuntiryan natin. Yung may masasaktan, yung may damage, at yung may mali siya. Kung titignan po natin ang batas, lahat po ng limitasyon sa kalayaan magsalita at magpahayag ay ukol doon sa mga may masasaktan, katulad ng bayan o kaya individual, o mayroong malaking possibility ng kaguluhan. At ginagawa ito ng may mali siya. So kung ito pong mga elemento na to ay present doon sa pagpapahayag ng fake news, definitely sir, mayroon pong nangyayari niya ngayon.
Noted po.
Maraming
I agree
salamat
with you
po.
also on that point. Thank you. Mr. Chair, may I go to BIR? A while ago, BIR, natanong po kayo kung nag-comply kayo sa submission ng mga nagbabayad po ng taxes na nag-engage sa business na ito. Di po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
And a while ago, if I remember it right, hindi pa kayo makapagbibigay ng mga payments that they made. Would that be correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. May I know why?
Your Honor, we are prohibited by Section 270 of the Tax Code, Your Honor.
And what does that state?
Your Honor, we are prohibited from divulging data based on the returns filed by the taxpayer, Your Honor.
It is also provided by the National Internal Revenue Code na meron kayong submission of pertinent information to Congress. Are you aware of that provision?
The exemption, Your Honor, of the 270?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, kaya nga, pwede kang mag-submit dito sa amin.
Yes, Your Honor. We are allowed to submit those documents, Your Honor, in an executive session, Your Honor.
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Kaya nga pinag-prepare namin because kami ang magsasabi kung we will get it in executive session.
Yes, actually, Your Honor, the documents are already being prepared. The thing is, it is quite difficult to segregate the social media influencers alone, Your Honor, from the other taxpayers, Your Honor, from those who are receiving compensation or income from, for example, digital market, Your Honor, from the sale in digital market. We have, as of now, Your Honor, a lump sum of the taxpayers, but we are in the process of segregating the social media influencers alone, Your Honor.
Yeah. And your circular about this was only made in 2021. Would that be correct?
What particular circular, Your Honor, may I...
Regarding payment of taxation for those indulged in this kind of industry,
Your Honor,
the bloggers.
Yes, Your Honor, 2021, Your Honor.
Yes, 2021. Kasi gusto namin na makita rin kung paano tinatax itong mga ito by the BIR. Kasi yun ang kasama sa question ko sa next hearing.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Representative Acop. The last interpolator is Representative Paulo Ortega.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Like the Honorable Romeo Acop, I will reserve some of my questions for the next hearing since karamihan po na tanong na. But additional manifestations na lang po, Mr. Chair. Siguro kanina when we got the names or the account names or aliases of our vloggers, baka pwede rin pong malaman kung meron pa silang mga ibang account saka additional na mini-maintain na accounts. Then I would like to manifest also, Mr. Chair, na we invite the other victims of fake news like our friends from the media, our friends from the showbiz industry, and other members from government as well, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Before we suspend the hearing, I have some matters to discuss. First and foremost, we would like to inform everyone that the tentative date for the next hearing will be on April 8. During the last hearing, we have issued, or rather, this committee has issued show cause orders to 34 resource persons, mostly social media personalities. Out of 34 that we have invited, 10 are present today and 24 did not attend. These are the following: Mr. Alex Destor, Alan Troy Rolando Sasot, Alvin Montero, Claire Eden Contreras, Claro Ganak, Cyrus Preglo, Darwin Salceda, Edwin Hamora, Elmer Hugalbot, Ernesto Abinis Jr., Attorney Glenn Chong, Jeffrey Almendra Celis, Jeffrey Cruz, Joe Smith Medina, Jonathan Morales, Julius Milano C. Maui, Kester Ramon Balibalos Tan, Lord Byron Cristobal, Lorraine Marie Badoy, Maria Florenda Espinilla, Maricar Serrano, Susan Batalla, Mary Catherine Binag, and Miss Vivian Zapata Rodriguez. So at this point, since we have already issued this cause order, this committee is now, since of your non-appearance, this committee now is compelled to issue a subpoena.
Mr. Chairman. Chairman.
Yes, Representative.
Mr. Chairman, may I respectfully move to issue a subpoena ad testificandum for all those mentioned named by the Chairman. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Second, Mr. Chair.
Any objection? Therefore, the chair hereby, the motion is approved, and the chair hereby directs the committee secretary to issue the subpoena to the mentioned resource persons. We also issued, rather this committee also issued subpoena ad testificandum to 11 resource persons. Out of 11, 8 are present, and the following 3 resource persons did not attend: Ms. Lauren Marie Badoy, Mr. Jeffrey Almendra Celis, Mr. Alan Troy Rogando Sasot. So may we inform those mentioned that have been issued a subpoena that the subpoena is still in effect.
Mr. Chair, may I?
The next step after subpoenas have been issued, if still the mentioned personalities will not attend the next hearing, the committee has no recourse but to issue a contempt order if they will not show on or if they do not attend on the next hearing tentatively scheduled on April 8. Yes, Attorney Cruz.
Sir, Ms. Lorraine Maribadoy is out of the country. She sent me a copy of her ticket and a copy of her notice that she cannot make it today. However, I don't think it has been received by the Secretariat. May I be allowed to forward it to the
Yes,
Secretariat?
please submit the ticket or whatever document, but still, the subpoena is still in effect.
We will inform her, sir.
So therefore, I appeal to those personalities concerned to appear during the next hearing para po hindi na po natin may issue ang contempt order. If those, again, I reiterate, those personalities that have already received subpoenas, if they will not appear on the next hearing, this committee will be compelled to issue a contempt order.
One
Mr. Chairman.
last, sir.
Yes,
Ms.
Tony Cruz.
Rogando Sasot is in China, and she attempted to join today, as discussed earlier, via Zoom. She cannot return to the country.
Chairman.
Whether she is in the country or not, all orders coming from this committee will still be in effect.
Chairman.
Representative Paduano.
Chairman, let it be clear to the resource persons, especially those not present today, with regards to the explanation relayed to you by Ms. Badoy. ang malaga po dito, attorney, is the written explanation. Attached with is all the documents that will prove that indeed he was abroad, she was abroad, and at the same time, if the written explanation is valid. No, yun po. So, as of now, we will accept all those documents that you will submit to the Secretariat, but still, Ms. Badoy and Ms. Asot, ba? O Mr. Asot? Sasot should make a written explanation and submit it to the committee before the next hearing po.
Thank you, sir.
And lastly, Mr. Chairman, just to remind everyone, no, resource persons, and that includes all those resource persons that are not present in today's hearing, and maybe they're monitoring this hearing. Let me remind everyone that please don't force us to cite you in contempt, because under our rules, just to remind you, Section 11 of our internal rules, paragraph F, we will not allow discussions or attacking, insulting this committee hearing after the suspension of this hearing, because you will be in violation of Section 11, letter F of our internal rules. We will be forced to cite you in contempt for in violation of letter F, undue interference in this hearing po. Just be reminded po. Kasi we have already done that in my committee. One of the Black Timer in Cagayan, Bombo Radio Cagayan, was cited in contempt because after the hearing, he attacks the result of, and insulted the committee and the result of the hearing. Please be reminded po. Thank you.
If there will be any changes in the tentative schedule on April 8, we will issue notices to all concerned. Any motion?
Mr. Chair, may I move that we suspend the hearing of the issue? So move, Mr. Chair.
In behalf of the Tri-Committee, we'd like to thank everyone for your presence and your time. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. This hearing is now suspended.